Third, I want to go to Rand Paul. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, son of Ron Paul. He comes out with basically a scolding of Hillary Clinton. Now, I don't know if somebody, again, a lot of what we see in these hearings is just stuff that someone wrote for the senator or a member of Congress that's asking the questions. Maybe Rand Paul really wanted to make a big show of scolding Hillary Clinton as if he is somehow more competent or senior to her or overseeing her work in some way or the authority. But he really made himself look absolutely ridiculous. And let's take a listen to what he had to say. Listen to this exchange, okay?
Senator Paul. Thank you for appearing, Secretary Clinton, and I'm glad to see your health is improving.
Right.
One of the things that disappointed me most about the original 9/11 was no one was fired. We spent trillions of dollars, but there were a lot of human errors. These are judgment errors, and the people who make judgment errors need to be replaced, fired, and no longer in a position of making these judgment calls. So we have a review board. Review board finds 64 different things that we could change. A lot of them are common sense and should be done, but the question is, it's a failure of leadership that they weren't done in advance, and 4 lives were cost because of this.
Right.
I'm glad that you're accepting responsibility. I think that ultimately with your leaving, you accept the culpability for the worst tragedy since 9/11.
Okay,
And
now
I
let's
really
stop right there. Let's stop right. I want to stop on that. The worst tragedy since 9/11 was 4 people dying at a consulate. Okay, let's assume for a second that we're not talking about incidents where people died broadly over the last 12 years.
Like a couple wars?
Right.
Okay.
Let's just assume we're talking specifically about deaths at consulates or embassies. Even if we restrict it to that list, the incident in Benghazi is not even near the top of that list. I mean, Lewis, Pakistan, Karachi, 2002. 10 Americans attacked and killed at a U.S. consulate. U.S. Embassy in Uzbekistan in 2004. 11 attacked, 2 killed, 9 injured. U.S. Consulate in Saudi Arabia, 2004. 8 killed. U.S. Embassy in Syria, 2006. 1 killed. U.S. Embassy in Yemen, 2008. 10 killed. Does he have any idea what's going on?
No.
This is the epitome of incompetence. Is he reading garbage someone wrote for him? Or is he hoping nobody knows about this list? Or is he forgetting about all the non-consulate and right? Even if we restrict deaths at consulates and embassies since 9/11, I just read you a list of 6 that were worse. What's wrong with this guy?
I wonder what he would be saying if it was a Republican.
Of course.
If it would be completely different. He would be defending that person, even if things had happened the exact same way. This is just another attempt to make Hillary Clinton look bad.
And then to even try to shame her more, I'll play the last part where he says, if he were president, he would have fired her. That's a scary thought, if Rand Paul were president.
In that, had I been president at the time and I found that you did not read the cables from Benghazi, you did not read the cables from Ambassador Stevens, I would have relieved you of your post. I think it's inexcusable.
There you go. Now, I won't even... This diatribe doesn't even warrant a response, so I won't even play Hillary Clinton's response. That's basically what we got. The Republicans were desperate for the hearings. Who changed the talking points on Benghazi? Was it a planned attack or a spontaneous thing? You got her there. You asked why wasn't she on TV. You made up stuff about the worst tragedy since 9/11, and you tried to make yourself look better just by scolding her and getting your nonsense comments on the record. Congratulations, Republicans. You got what you wanted.
Throwing out hypotheticals if I were president.
Yeah.
Very productive.
Very brilliant stuff.